Eden Gobra. Hi, it's Chef Kevin, and today is St. Patrick's Day. Eden Gobra basically means Ireland forever. So I've been invited to a little St. Paddy's party next door, and of course I'm going to bring something. And I'm going to bring something Irish, of course. What I'm going to make is cottage pie. Now, I really wanted to make shepherd's pie, but I couldn't find the lamb, the ground lamb. Down here on the eastern shore of Virginia, certain items are hard to find, if not impossible to find. The only difference between shepherd's pie and cottage pie is the fact that cottage pie is made from ground beef, whereas shepherd's pie is ground lamb. So it'll still be a nice meal. I got a whole bunch of stuff here. Let's go over it, because I have to make this and get over to the party soon. And how you like my tie? Okay, let's start out with the ground beef. This is 73% lean. This is 2 pounds, although I'm not going to use all of that. I have some potatoes. These are russet potatoes. These are high in starch. The dish, the ground beef, is covered in a layer of mashed potatoes. So russets have a high starch content, and that'll make a fluffier potato. Okay, I got a lot of other stuff here. I have beef broth. I have an onion, garlic, frozen peas and carrots, salt and pepper, of course, flour, Worcestershire, tomato paste, cream cheese, that's for the mashed potatoes, Kerrygold pure Irish butter. What butter would be more appropriate than Kerrygold pure Irish butter? That's for the mashed potatoes. And I actually was able to find Kerrygold Irish reserve cheddar. So that's got to go really well with this dish. And I have some thyme and some rosemary as well. Okay, let me do the vegetable prep first, and I'll show you how to cook this baby off. Okay, I have my veggies ready to go. This is my 1 yellow onion, medium size. Just cut these into small pieces. They're going to fall apart as soon as they hit the pot. I have 6 cloves of minced garlic. It smells so good already. I have a tablespoon of thyme, fresh thyme, and about 2 tablespoons of fresh rosemary. I'm not using anything dried. No dried this, no dried that. On the rosemary can be, on the thyme can be rather time consuming, no pun intended. But the easiest way to get the leaves, because you don't want the stems, is you hold it at the tip and then just slide your finger down with your thumb and you get fresh thyme. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is start browning off the beef. Let's go to the grill. Oh, and I also have my 4 potatoes, 4 russet potatoes cut into small pieces. And that's cold water in there with about 1 inch above the potatoes. I'm going to start cooking that at the same time. Okay, the ground beef is cooked through. As you can see, there's not much water left in the pan. Everything has reduced quite a lot. What I'm going to do at this point is add 2 tablespoons of Kerrygold butter, just like me mom made. Add a quarter cup of flour. And what this is going to do is create the base for the sauce, the gravy. So I'm going to cook this out 3-4 minutes just to get that floury taste out of there. And then I'm going to add the next ingredients. In the meantime, the potatoes are boiling away. I added some salt to the pot, help it boil. Usually that'll take about 15-20 minutes, and then I'll poke it with a fork to see if it's done or not. I have 2 cups of beef broth. You can use chicken broth if you want, or vegetable broth, but this will give it a lot more flavor. I also have a cup of red wine. Now, I don't know if that's Irish or not, but that's something that's done a lot in stew making, especially when you make a beef bourguignon, which is a French style stew. A lot of flavor in that. I'm going to add some black pepper. And some Worcestershire sauce. About a quarter of a cup or so. I'm going to add my spices, rosemary, thyme, now this will thicken up due to the flour and the butter. It's going to take a few minutes though. I'm going to go ahead and add the tomato paste. I almost forgot. Just give it some acidity. That was a good 3 tablespoons, so I'm going to give it some good acidity and some color as well. As you can see, it is getting thicker. It's getting nice and thick. I'm going to go ahead and add my 2 cups of frozen peas carrots mix. You could use fresh carrots and peas, but this is a lot easier and just as good, frankly. going to continue to cook this, cook it down. I don't want all that liquid in there. I'm starting to see the bottom of the pan, but I'm going to reduce it more. There's still too much liquid in here. Okay, let's check the potatoes. Okay, the fork can go right into them. There's no resistance really, which is what you want. Okay, what I'm going to do is just dump them into this colander and then return them back to the pot. Okay, while the potatoes are still hot, I'm going to add about 4 ounces of Kerrygold. Okay, I got my oven heated up, 350. The meat looks pretty much ready to go. As you can see, there's not much liquid left in the pan. You do want some liquid though, because you want to have some sort of a gravy. You don't want to have just a dried meal. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut this off right now. Okay, this is a 13 by 9 foil pan. These are great for parties so you don't have to lug the stuff back home. So I'm just going to even it out a bit and then place the mashed potatoes on top of that. Just pretty even, I'd say. Now what I try to do is have an even amount of potatoes and meat. Now you don't want to get too rough with this. You don't want the potato to get into the meat, only on top of the meat. I wonder if anybody else is going to bring cottage pie to the party. Okay, just going to spread it out now with a fork. Could use some more. That's my oven, 350. I like to completely cover the meat. Put a little bit more on. Okay, I would say that's enough. Okay. Just trying to make it look a little more presentable. Show off my artistic capabilities here. Okay, I didn't use all my cheese, so I'm going to sprinkle a little cheese right on top. This is one cheesy cottage pie. Okay, this is going in the oven, 350 for 20 minutes. Basically, everything here is already cooked. The meat mix is cooked, mashed potatoes are cooked. What I want to do now is I just want to brown the top of it, melt the cheese down, and you'll see that it'll start bubbling up around the edges. Okay, 20 minutes. Okay, that's it, folks. This actually took 20 minutes at 350, and it has a nice little crust around the edges, and the top is very nicely browned. So what I'm going to do now is wrap it in foil and go to the party. Okay, folks, it seems my cottage pie made quite the hit at last night's party, as well as my necktie. And here's a review from one of the party goers. And if you like my channel, if you like me, then you know what to do. Thanks for watching.
Throw me a frickin' bone here.
I absolutely loved the cottage pie. I hate lamb, and I wouldn't have eaten it. But this was the best thing I've ever had. When my son was like 15, he used to make it with the family. It was great. Thank you.
Okay, glad you enjoyed.
Thank you.